Hi, welcome to Drive with Care. I'm really getting into the swing of these nighttime drives. I could be onto something. It's 18:32, so not particularly a nighttime drive, more a dusk time drive, because the nights are drawing out. And we are in Rye, in East Sussex. So let's take a little drive around Rye. See what kind of hazards we can see. If nothing else, we'll have a nice pleasant drive, won't we? Out of the car park. Do a little bit of adjusting on the GoPro, make sure it's pointing at me. Yellow and red squares for hazards and points of observation. Car parked opposite side of the road. Yeah, what we'll do is drive around Rye and then up through into the town and then conclude the video to see what kind of hazards we might see of an evening drive. But if nothing else, come along for the ride. You know, let's see what Rye is like of an evening. Road narrows ahead. Traffic, a bit of a blind bend, but we can see the reflections of the vehicles ahead in the house windows. Car parked on my side. Better give way, eh? Let people know I'm pulling out. Oh, spring is coming. You can hear the night birds or the birds settling in for the day, for the night. Right, we've got a roundabout ahead and I want to go right. Looks like we've got some temporary traffic lights. Got some roadworks going on. The wonders of YouTube editing. You don't have to sit and wait at the traffic lights like I did. Pedestrians on the left. I've got to give way ahead, as well as a no entry, but the no entry is straight up, so go around this way. No indicating from that car, so I didn't know if it was going to come around the bend or not. Let's take a right here. One-way system. Zebra crossing. Someone approaching it, but they weren't actually waiting. Into my little lane here. Becomes two-way traffic now. There's not a lot of activity this part of Rye, but I think when we get up into the town centre, might see a bit of activity. I want to come back up that road, so I'm going to take a little detour, take a left up here, then the next left, then the next left, and back on myself before turning right and going up through the medieval arch. Blind bend, all clear. It's got a bit of a blind junction here because you can never tell if there's something coming around, but night time is a bit better because you can see the headlights, can't you? Pedestrian crossing. Down a little country lane just up here. I was looking on Google Maps to try and work out the route. Dead Man's Lane, it was that one. I was going too fast. 20 mile an hour, one-way system, so at least we're not expecting oncoming traffic, right? But there may be vehicles coming out of properties and there may be pedestrians. Oh, two-way traffic now. Only one way for a short distance there. Blind bend. We've got give way. Entering into a 30 zone. Nothing coming. This car parked on the right with its headlights glaring at me. Trying to manoeuvre. Got a level crossing. See the castle up ahead, or is that church? Car indicating to pull out, and sure enough it's pulling out. Go left at the giveaway here. We'll go up through the town. Pedestrians standing on the pavement. Nothing coming to the right. Let's go into the town centre, shall we? Through the medieval arch, isn't that amazing? So this is a one-way system now. So because it's evening, we might see people heading for restaurants. So vehicles arriving, pulling out of car park spaces, but there won't be shoppers because it's now dark. Lots of fancy restaurants here. I think what I'm going to do is go left here and come out just 100 yards down there, just follow it round. Just because I want to, you know. See these old houses at night. The Union. Paul Nash lived here. Artist. Who was Paul Nash? Gosh, look, the old town hall up ahead. Isn't that quite majestic? Simon the Pieman. Kino. That's new. They got themselves a little cinema here. Oh, amazing. It beats the old Cineworld and what's the on view. It's nice seeing an old cinema. Right, we've got back onto the one-way system. Pedestrians standing at the corner there. And they're crossing. Record shop ahead. Very overpriced LPs in there. I go in to look, but I never buy in there. Right, got pedestrians on the right hand side. Cars parked all along the left, but it is a one-way system, so I'm not anticipating any oncoming traffic. Currently doing 10 miles an hour. How lovely is this? Pedestrians coming out the chip shop. Marino's Fish Bar. They do some very fine fish and chips in there. And now we've got car parked on the road. Go on then. Picking up their evening supper, eh? 2 fish suppers, my good man. Plenty of salt and vinegar. Antique shops, art shops, fashion shops, but no charity shops and no estate agents and no shoe shops. Kind of high street we really like. Because it's one way and it's a blind bend, the only thing to anticipate is pedestrians. I licked it, so it's mine. Okay. I'll let you draw your own conclusions for that one, eh? Oh, I kind of fancied going up there, you know. I think I will. Just to conclude the video at the top of Mermaid Street. So we're driving here. This is a car park with the old fish, what would they be, warehouses? This is all fun. It's more like a little drive around Rye rather than a hazard perception route. Car waiting to go enter. I want to go up Mermaid Street up there. I didn't know you could drive up here. Except for access. No vehicles except for access. Saw the sign too late, but I could argue that I'm accessing it, couldn't I? Oh, look at this. Couldn't do this during the day. Certainly no hazards, eh? We'll go left here, and I think it goes back down to the chip shop, and then we'll conclude the video. Just wanted to do a nice night drive in Rye, you know. The little orchard house. Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. I wonder if the gimbal is keeping it perfectly still. Pedestrians in the road. Yeah, we're back here. I'll go to the bottom and conclude the video. Night drives are funny, aren't they? Because there's no hazards. There's nothing to be aware of. I suppose the worst would be driving on a motorway, but then it would be just pitch black, wouldn't it? And oncoming lights, so nothing to watch. Pedestrian on both sides of the road. Very narrow pavement. More pedestrians. It's like multi-give way here. I will go in here and conclude. This is where we went just a moment ago, at the fish market. That's what it was, a fish market, not a fish warehouse. Let's reverse into that car park space so that we can conclude our video. Thus endeth the lesson. It was not a lesson really, was it? Rye in East Sussex at night. Not bad. Hardly any hazards, but it was a nice little drive. It was a nice kind of little route to follow, especially at night because there's not a lot of traffic and there's not a lot of pedestrians. So yeah, thanks for watching and bearing with, and I'll see you in another video. Bye for now. Drive with care.